Thy will be done on earth as it is on earth. Give us this day some bread, maybe weekly bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us after we shoot them. And deliver us from evil and add a little temptation, for thy is the kingdom and everybody's heaven. Who the fuck are you people?
So, what's your show about this year?
What is my show about this year?
This
year's show is me getting tired of people coming up to me. I did a tour and everybody kept coming up to me going, "Hey Tom, why didn't you do that joke?" And I'm always like, "Hey, where were you 5 fucking years ago?" So it's just pretty much for all the guys who weren't there 6, 7 years ago that are just getting on the old Stade bandwagon, fucking where they should be. Fucking, I don't know who these other guys are out there, but this is the real deal. The king has come to claim his throne.
So what's your kind of opinion on the Fringe thing? I mean, do you feel you have to do it, or do you like doing it? Like,
I live down the road, so it's easy. That's my opinion on the Fringe.
Yeah,
Like, at least I don't have to fly all the way out to Melbourne. I just get in a cab, show up, go home, drink, and we party by the fire afterwards. I try to stay away from opinions, really. Opinions get you killed. I mean, didn't some guy in Korea just have an opinion and they shoved him down a fucking mine somewhere? I'm like, that's a bad place to do comedy.
Obviously, you've got a DVD coming out.
And if you get it before August 31st, you can get a £5 discount. Tweet me. Right now, I'm at the number one. I'm in the number one spot of the DVD charts. I just saw that. Man. Yeah, beating all of them. Mickey Flanagan, Eddie Izzard, kiss my ass. You got enough money, you two. Let it share around now. Why don't you guys go off into the pasture and enjoy your money? 'Cause when I get my money, that's what I'm buying, a pasture. Where I can just live. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. So Amazon, and it's only out in Amazon and HMV. That's the only place they're selling that. That's what they told me, because I'm a debut guy and I don't have a big budget, so they're gonna put me in HMV, the store that's dying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like,
thanks guys. I feel like I'm Luke Skywalker getting chucked into the fucking tauntaun that was ripped open to stay alive. There you go, the HMV tauntaun. You'll live in here.
so yeah, like in terms of DVD release, I mean, how does that happen? How do you go from doing the circuit to going, right, I'm gonna get a DVD made and release? Because it must be such a hard.
I've got a really good fans. Like for the longest time, Joe, most of the people that come to my show I've drank with. I know about their children. I've laughed with them, you know what I mean? I've taken so many pictures where people will walk and finish a show. I'm the first one out into the bar because my dad came to one of the shows and it was the first time, it was when I used to hide out in the show and all that sort of stuff. I used to go in the green room, wait for everybody to leave so I can get out. My dad came back and he told me, "What the fuck are you doing back here, man? All these people paid 15 fucking pounds to come and see you." And he put an analogy to me that just hit me. He goes, "What if you went to what if you went to one of your favorite bands, like you went to Pearl Jam and you got to meet and have just say hi to Eddie Vedder and had a picture with him? How would that have made your fucking night?" And it just clicked in me. I go, "What the fuck am I doing back here?" And so from that day on, I've always gone out because what the fuck? I like drinking anyway, so I might as well fucking drink with people who like me. You know, they obviously think I'm funny. I don't have to fucking prove anything to them anymore. And so I've done that, and I got a really tight fan base of that people that have shown up 14, 15 times, even if they're fans like that, and that's what I appreciate with these guys. And we had a big enough fan base that one of the companies said, "We'll give you a shot at a DVD," and this is my shot. So fucking it either goes in or it fucking goes astray. Either way, I'm either rich in a pasture or fucking farming it. One of the two.
Do you ever have much of a problem with like offensive material? things of that nature? You ever had like people like complain about things being offensive?
People always complain, man. You can't get away from it, man. People are different. How they grow up is different. What offends somebody, what doesn't offend somebody. All you can do as an artist is just throw your shit out there and concentrate on the people that like you. The people that don't like you can go and fuck themselves. This is, to me, is the last place where you should be able to say anything you want in perfect safety, because they know it's all in humor. And even if it's taken on tough subjects, even if it's all that, I mean, I don't particularly focus on them people at all, you know what I mean? Because there are plenty of comedians for them to go and see. If they don't want an offensive comedian, there are plenty of great guys that work clean. Do you know what I mean? There are plenty of fantastic comedians that don't like it. But I'm a purist, man, and I you know what I mean? I like my comedy to be a little bit raw, but I don't leave everything out. I think whatever subject comes into my range, I don't consider myself to be blue, clean, or whatever, because clean things make me laugh just as much as blue, just as much as offense, just as much as filth, you know. And I think what you really want is that fucking smorgasbord that you can dabble in all of it, you know what I mean, instead of pigeonholing yourself into one way of doing comedy.
So, like, obviously now you've got yourself quite a good sort of stage record, if you will, and a good fan base and everything. Yeah. What about in the beginning when it all started off? Did you find that kind of thing unnerving if like you offended anybody? Did it affect you in the beginning?
Probably it did. You know, I guess I'd be a liar, because in the beginning you're trying to please everybody because you just want people to come. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But then you find your own voice. They always say that. There's that moment that you find your own voice, and all of a sudden you're not about being a people pleaser anymore. You're actually about being you up there. And that's where I think the change comes. But I think I'd be a liar if I said I wasn't like that, because of course I was. Because I mean, if you're only doing the circuit and you say the wrong thing, piss off some customers, and you may not be able to get back in that bar to be able to make your $50. So you had your drug money, and I love my drug money. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Who likes cats and dogs? I do. So that's what I think, Charlie. I mean, offensive is such a bad word. Controversial things. Offensive is the word that they're using, and it's such an attack word, but I think controversial actually makes it more okay. If you say that, if you said, oh, some of the things he said was controversial, it doesn't make you sound like you're a fucking bad guy. It makes you sound like you're brave. But if you say, oh, he was so offensive, then all of a sudden I'm a fucking asshole. Because I'm talking about something that fucking shouldn't be talked about, you know? So let's change that word. Tom is not offensive, he's controversial. Who the fuck are you people?